Happy Friday, traders. This is Christian Fromhertz with your Friday market preview. And futures up very nicely this morning. We just had some GDP numbers out that were a little bit better than expected. GDP up 1%, quarter over quarter versus plus 0.4%. So all in all, relatively not the strongest numbers in the world, however, better than expectations. Personal consumption down just a bit from expectations. GDP price index up 0.9% versus 0.8. So decent numbers in terms of expectations, not so much in terms of overall value, but I think it's all about what the street is expecting. Let's go over to overnight markets, and a lot of green across the board. Crude is, again, seems to be the main catalyst. Just like we've seen for the last couple of days, just extremely high correlation between what oil is doing as well as what the equity market is doing. The equity market is following right along. So Nikkei up 30 basis points. Hang Seng up nicely, up 2.5%. If you remember, Shanghai was down about, I think it was about 6% the day before, up about 1%. I think there was some comments over in China about no more devaluating of the yuan over there. So ahead of the G20 meeting, so some interesting data coming out, not data, but some talking points coming out before the actual meeting. And then before we even look at S&P, what's moving the market, just like it did yesterday, it's almost the same exact chart. There goes oil, and there goes the S&P. So, all you've really had to do was watch this particular chart the last couple of days. There really hasn't been, there has been some unusual option activity that we saw a little bit yesterday, more so on Wednesday. A lot of tech buying, a lot of buying in the semi space, a lot of buying in tech names. What else did we see? Those were some good signals that we saw in that space. A little bit of the industrial space, also some buying in. But I was just combing through ETF inflows and outflows. Nobody really buying equities in large chunks. There was actually outflows in the equity space. So it doesn't seem like there's been any real money being put to work. It just seems like we're completely watching crude. So be that as it may, you don't necessarily have to have a reason for it. But I'm a little bit skeptical that we need some real money coming into the market. But if you've managed to ride this with crude, awesome trading to you. But here we are again. We're moving up, doing exactly what crude is doing. So keep an eye on that. We also seem to be getting these rallies midday. Wednesday, this happened at 11:30. Yesterday, this happened at 12:30 Eastern. So as soon as crude turns around, the market is gapping up. So here was the move yesterday, right around 12, I guess 12:30, 1 o'clock. So keep an eye again. It seems to be that's the best chart to watch. So where are we with S&P? I had been talking about this over the last few days, that we had a difficult time getting out of the value area. Once we did that, once oil climbed above, we've been kind of off to the races. So since then, so a couple areas to watch. Let me bring up, I like to look at the S&P chart on Bloomberg. Let me zoom in here. So we're right around this level. Next level we could possibly see is all the way up here. We're crossing over the 50-day moving average. So I do think we have some open runway ahead of us, possibly around this 1986 level. In S&P, we're over 1950 right now. However, I'm not sure if I'm really going to be looking to play that. I think we've had a nice rally from the lows, and I will not be chasing. That's just particular me, but we could have a little bit more room to the upside to run before we get to the 100-day moving average. Let's go ahead and look at some of the movers this morning. Analyst upgrades and downgrades. Not a ton of things out there. Monster Beverage raised to buy versus outperform. Spirit Airlines raised to outperform. Some downgrades. Nothing really all that noteworthy here. And downgrades. Let's go to initiations. Broadcom raised to buy. Again, not too much. When we look at earnings, we had last night Palo Alto, nice move from the close, 140.29 all the way up to 150. Gap Stores, I believe, is down. Actually getting a bid here. They closed at 27.60. They're now up to 27.30 pre-market. So a move back here. Let's see what else. JCPenney. So a couple of these retailers have been really mixed. We've seen one get hit pretty hard the other day. Restoration Hardware got slammed the other day. So it seems like it's really company specifics that is driving. Not too much a general theme, but very company specific events. JCPenney all the way up to 952 from the close of 836. That's a huge move. Let's go to all the other movers that are out there. There we go. Baidu, another name popping. They had good earnings. Foot Locker, they beat as well. Another retailer up 2.8%. Sun Edison up 36%. Herbalife, I believe, was up as well. Monster Beverage, you know, it was upgraded, is down 6.9%. So not a whole bunch of movers out this morning, but so again, that'll be it for the morning preview. But again, you know, it seems to be watching. We're tracking very much everything that's going on with the crude market. We also have some further economics out. So a couple of things to keep on your radar this morning. At 10 o'clock, we get some personal income, personal spending, some more inflation estimates with the PCE deflator. We also have University of Michigan data out at 10 a.m. We also get the rig count. I believe that's what, 1 o'clock Eastern as well. So those are a couple of things to watch today. Have a great day and have a great weekend.